biggest thing that absolutely lights me up is when I see that shift and that change in someone's belief about themselves. Being able to think, I've got this, I can do this, and it's not about all the things that I don't understand, it's just about the belief in myself. That's what I absolutely love. When I walk away from a session with a client and they've got it and they're ready to go and they are taking massive action, that's where I know my job is done. The perfect time to get a business coach is when you feel like you've tried everything and you're stuck. Often we think that we've got it all under control. We think that we can try and do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, but without actual direction of where you want to take it and without a clear vision on how to get there, that's when we often feel stuck. So if you've tried things or you keep trying to put yourself out there, but you keep getting stuck or keep holding yourself back, that's when working with a business mindset coach can shift and change so much for you. My spare time. What is spare time when you're an entrepreneur? To be honest, I spend time creating content. I get all my new ideas. I make sure that I schedule time in for play. I make sure that I find time to spend time with friends and family. And I find that that's when often my best business ideas come, is when I'm taking time out of my business and I allow that relaxation to happen in my mind. And there's actually a lot of scientific facts around that, being able to relax certain parts of the brain, and it allows more conscious thought and more dream and more abilities to have a bigger vision and bigger picture for yourself. It's incredible when you do take time out to play. So that's probably the biggest thing. I take time out so I can be more recharged in my business. Oh, best piece of advice I've ever been given. Wow. Oh, I don't know, like there's so many. I think probably one of them would be recognize who you want to take feedback from. So I would have probably 5 people on my list of people I would reach out to for feedback and reach out to get the best criticism or the best feedback on how to move forward in something. Because recognizing not everyone is going to believe in what you do and not everyone is going to understand what you do. So choosing either top 5 people that you really trust and honor that have your best interests at heart, also tapping into your ideal client, because often what we do is we look for feedback for certain things that we're doing and we go and we ask a friend that is nowhere near our ideal client. So that's not going to serve your ideal client. So bring it back to, if there's a couple of people, maybe it's past clients that you could tap into, that getting feedback, getting information from that might actually help you get the answers you need, and recognize that where your feedback's coming from, because that often can cripple you. Recognizing that feedback we get is not necessarily the good or bad. Does that make sense? Like really looking at where your feedback's coming from. How do I deal with overwhelm? It's probably one of my favorite questions and one I get often asked in a lot of different situations, not just with my business coaching clients. Overwhelm is one of those funny things. It can become an indulgent emotion. So recognizing when you're actually indulging in overwhelm or whether you do have too many things on your plate. So there's a couple of different things there. One, we need to learn to say no to things that are costing us time or costing us money, and it's not actually helping you move forward in your business. So being able to prioritize and work out what actually is going to move the needle faster or move the needle more towards your goals, and recognize that that's actually costing you time saying yes to that. So learning to say no. But the other thing is actually whether you indulge in the emotion of feeling overwhelmed when it's just bringing yourself back to focusing on one thing. So often I would ask a client, what is the one thing that you are so overwhelmed with that is causing all the overwhelm? And often it's usually just one thing. It's like a phone call where we really don't want to make, or it's a business decision we're really struggling to make because we're concerned with how it's going to affect our lives or our business. So really figuring out what is the one thing that you're most overwhelmed with, work 10 minutes on that, and that will shift everything. I reckon the biggest reason why businesses fail is because people give up on themselves and they find things get too hard and they give up too soon. And they make it an emotional thing. So we connect, it's very difficult to connect our business from ourselves, but it's important that you learn to do that, because it's a business decision or a marketing problem or a sales problem. It's not a problem that you're experiencing. So often it's because we've lost passion, we've lost our belief in ourselves, or we've just given up on ourselves. Probably Probably one of the first things I would do is try and re-inspire yourself. Set some bigger goals. Often we get to a point where we've stopped actually setting goals. We're just going with the motions, or we're just running on empty and we're just like trying to catch up. Whereas if you take a step back in your business and really look at what you want to achieve, start to set some exciting goals that actually motivate you. The other thing I would probably also consider is start to learn something new. You need to inspire yourself so you can be inspired in your business. Probably the second best advice I ever was given, and it's that famous quote by Jim Rohn that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And tribe is my biggest thing. Like, I have built the Love What You Do collective events because of that reason. I didn't want to be stuck at home working online. I wanted to be interacting with people and connecting. So having a supportive tribe around you is the make or break of your business. Not only does it help you network and help you refer and actually get new clients, but it also helps you to understand what is possible for you. That is one of the biggest things that I love about the Love What You Do collective events, is that women come together, talk about their business challenges, realize that they're not the only one experiencing that, but then also see someone who's done something amazing and go, oh, I could totally have that for myself. So having the belief in the possibility. I'd love you to come to one of the Love What You Do collective events. They're for women in business, or even if you haven't found what you're passionate about just yet, coming along to this can actually help you find your purpose and your passion. So we'd love to see you there. The events are once a month on a Wednesday night in Brisbane. You can always check out my Facebook page or my website under the events tab.